Hey, Adam, how's it going?
Man, it's going great. How you doing?
Pretty good. Now, I mean, you taped the blinds months ago. At what point did you realize, oh my gosh, something huge is happening here? People know who I am now. What happened? What was the first thing that kind of tipped you off that people know who you are now?
Well, I've had a couple people stop me in my town, which is pretty wild. When I play my gigs, people are showing up, saying we saw you on The Voice and we're here. And that's it's pretty wild.
Yeah. Now has the Adam David rate changed?
Yes.
That's right. You might as well cash in while you can, right?
You know
Yeah,
what it's going to go
absolutely.
to? It's going to go to the Adam David Hat Fund.
There you go.
Right. Exactly.
Now, you have something really cool. Your journey is built on a lot of life experiences, and you perform at certain venues to inspire other people with your experiences. Have you had any of those people who've been having their own battles reach out and say that what you're doing now is even more inspiring than when they've seen you perform in person in the past?
That's such a nice question. Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of people, I've had a lot of people on social media that I don't know reach out saying, congratulations on I just celebrated 6 years in March, and they'll tell me, yeah, I have 3 years, I have 4 years, whatever, and it's such an awesome thing, which is why I'm so open about it, because it's something that touches everybody. It's a family disease. But the people the clients that I play for at these treatment centers, um, some of them, relapse is a thing. So some of them I've seen come in and out, and some of them are new faces. You know what I mean? But it's it's an amazing thing to be able to kind of just share like where I'm at. And when I'm there, sometimes I'm having a bad day and I come in there and I share where I'm at. I play a song and then I say, "Hey, I'm really stressed out today, you guys." Like, and I don't know, someone with a couple days clean, hearing from somebody who's, a couple years clean saying that they're having a hard time, but they're still showing up. You know what I mean? Like for me, in their position, because I literally sat in their seat, like apps, like legitimately, I sat in their seat. Um, that would mean the world to me. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful that I'm able to do that.
And I love that you do because so many people, there's still such a stigma attached to it that a lot of people don't talk about it. And it needs to be talked about
It
because,
needs to be talked about.
right. And because it's a real thing. And people not only are struggling with their battles, the people who love them are struggling with how to talk about it, how to be out about it. So, do you write songs from your experiences, not just the emotions, but from those moments? Because we all know, yes, there's darkness under the rocks, but sometimes we got to lift those rocks up and show the light.
I Are you a writer?
I should be. I actually write
You would
poetry,
have.
but I don't do anything melodic. I can talk very nicely. I can't sing for beans.
Well, that's half. It's half of the battle right there. You should definitely write all that stuff down. If you're not, just saying.
I'm not.
Um, um, yeah, I definitely do. I just released a song called Savior, in March 21st. I think I released it, and that is a really special one, because I actually wrote half of it while I was still in active addiction, and I wasn't able to finish it. I went to treatment and a whole bunch of I went through a bunch of things,
Mhm.
and it was the day I got out of treatment that I finished it. And it was almost like one of those things where, with songs, sometimes they come easy, you know what I mean? But sometimes you got to work for them. And for me, I think getting to finish that song was like the gift of making it through to the other side. You know,
How does Michael Bublé compliment you as a performer?
Michael is such a nice guy, man. He's so supportive. He 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 keeps telling me how I'm an artist. I'm a complete artist, I think is what in our last text thread. And my my imposter syndrome wants to say like, all right, you're being nice, man. Thank you. Learning how to take a compliment is a skill in itself, right? But yeah, he's really adamant about getting me to believe in myself and trust my intuition and trust my choices as an artist. Um, I'm so grateful for it. There's wild things happening, you guys. It's really crazy.
Now, if you could do a duet with Michael Bublé, what song would you choose? Whether it's an original of your own or something else, because he does have a different style than yours, but with your range, I think it could be super complimentary if you had something you've envisioned just for you, not your whole team, but you two.
Sure, sure. Um, that's a really hard question. But I will say, when I was a student, I studied jazz and performance at a couple different schools when I was younger, and uh, he was one of the vocalists I had listened to a lot. And I know this is not one of his songs, but "I'm Feeling Good"
Hmm.
is, or maybe it's called "Feeling Good." That would be a super cool song because I love that song. That would be a cool song for me and him to do.
Was Michael always your first choice as a coach if it were up to that?
Truthfully, I mean, like, legitimately, I didn't think about Michael. My I think I was more focused on Adam
Hmm.
or John. But the way things work out, we say let go and let God. You know what I mean? I'm
Hmm.
not really a religious person, but um uh I have a higher power and I trust it. And he was the only one that turned, and I think
Hmm.
that was, that made my life easy. I was given the correct choice. I didn't have to make the correct choice.
And in the seasons he's coached, I've noticed he picks some artists that people wouldn't think work for him, but it's like he brings out a different part of them they didn't even know was there. So do you feel like he kind of opened up a treasure chest in you that you hadn't discovered yet?
um I think I think the fact that he's latched on to, you know the muscle of self-belief. um I deal with a lot of self-doubt and a lot of um imposter syndrome stuff. And he speaks directly to it. It's not even like the technical stuff that we've talked about. It's the, trust your gut, trust your artistry. um and I think that for anybody, that's where the treasure is. Because there's millions of singers, there's millions of guitar players, there's millions of writers.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? But there's only one you, and if you can do you and really hone in on doing you the most authentically, there's no competition. There's no, because you're the only one.
Right.
So see, it sounds like you are writing your own phrase to hang up over your mirror to remind yourself every morning, and you can put a picture of Michael
Do
Bublé
you?
and you next to it. You do you, boo. Because let me tell you something. As a fan of the show and as a fan of music, you do it very well. You are no imposter. So please don't believe that. I know you're going to argue and wrestle with the demons because
Right.
that's what those of us do who want to be good but never think we're good enough. But I'll tell you, you are. And I'm so proud of your journey as somebody from a family of people who battle every day. You are an
Mm.
inspiration, and I aspire to see more people out there telling the story like you do.
Well, it's been great talking to you, Adam. We can't wait to see what happens next to you on The Voice.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Thanks, Adam.
Adam.